It is boring, but if you follow this properly, you will get lean in time for summer. Quick disclaimer, if you're trying to lose 100 pounds, then you might not be lean for summer, but you will certainly be a lot closer than when you started. Now look, if you know anything about my channel, I like to cut through all the fluff. The fitness industry is full of absolute smoke and mirrors and people making things up, but that doesn't help you when you're trying to learn how to get shredded in shape. And you can Google and chat GPT all the things you want, and you can only look at chicken, broccoli and rice and pull push legs enough times to realize, what should I really be doing? So I'm going to walk you through exactly what's helped these guys get lean and shredded, build muscle, basically fix the skinny fat physique quickly and naturally. And when I say quickly, I'm talking anywhere between 8 weeks all the way up to 12 months. Quick is not 2-second abs, microbiome, 5-second ball sack. I'm just going to be real with you. But if you lock in properly and follow these steps for the next 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, you will be a damn sight closer to that shredded physique that you want for summer, and you certainly won't regret following this. But it is boring, okay? Hence the title. Oh, and because I'm a YouTuber now, you need to hit the like button so it pushes it to other people, if you don't mind. If you think the video is crap, then that's fine, dislike it, but a like will go a long way. So what's the first boring step? Guess what? You need to plan your meals ahead of time. And let me explain why this is so important. Over my past 10 years plus of being a coach, I have made legitimately over 100 meal plans. And out of those 100 meal plans that were built specifically for the individual, guess how many people stuck to it? 2, which is not a lot, right? That's a 98% fail rate and a 2% success rate. So it's not very good, is it? Meal plans sound great in idea, and eating the same thing every day definitely has its benefits, and I'll get to that in a moment. But a basic meal plan just doesn't cut it anymore. In fact, yesterday I had this message from a client saying that they preferred my approach because it was something they can actually stick to. Now, my approach, let's call it something wanky, right? It's fitness industry. Let's call it the hybrid meal plan. Let's call it hybrid tracking. Hybrid tracking, that sounds more like something that it actually is. And what this is you're planning your meals ahead of time based on a calorie target that you have. So it's somewhat similar to a meal plan, but because you're tracking it and planning ahead, you can swap things out and be adaptable with it. And this enables you to do a few things, even though it's boring. It means there's structure, so it's easy to follow and get your head around. Because it's pre-planned and logged, you don't have any decision fatigue. So you're not going to wake up and go, right, I can eat anything I want. Should I have strawberries, blueberries, mangoes, Papa John's, fried chicken? I mean, I could have any of it. What should I have? I don't know. And then it's easy to eat too much and then get to the end of the day and go, oh, I'm over my target. Try again tomorrow. But you also don't want to wake up and go, right, sardines on toast again. Brilliant. So the way I do this with the clients is I ask them what foods they like. We build a rough, loose meal plan based on their calorie target, which you need to know, by the way. If you need to figure yours out, there's a free nutritional blueprint because I want this video to genuinely help you, not just be vague. So you can download that. That's going to show you how to set up your calories, your macros, and how to adjust them specifically for losing body fat and keeping muscle. So make sure you grab that. Get your numbers and then be realistic about your day. Do you have breakfast, lunch, dinner? Do you have 2 dinners? Because I personally don't eat much in the morning and I like a lot of snacks at night. So that's my eating structure. So if I did a breakfast, lunch, dinner, by the time it gets to the evening, I'm already going over with the biscuits. So it needs to be practical around you. So what I would suggest, you work out your numbers, you eat foods that you genuinely can tolerate or somewhat like. It doesn't have to be white fish that's been microwaved and no salt, because I've been there, done that. And then track those foods and see where those numbers end up. You might hit your numbers and think, bloody hell, this is easy. And it might be. Some guys, that is the case. You might track your numbers and go, crikey me, I'm only getting 20 grams of protein a day. How much do I need? 180. What? So then it's easy to go, right, well, how can we change that? That's when a loose meal plan becomes helpful. You might go, okay, right, well, where am I going to get my protein from? Greek yogurts, chicken, eggs, whatever you can tolerate. I've got vegan clients and vegetarian clients. They have flipping soy chunks, meat-free alternatives, brown rice protein, pea protein powders. These things can still work, but you're probably not vegan watching this anyway. So all this does is it helps you plan ahead so you don't get lost and get overcomplicated. It's not too rigid, like it's either chicken, broccoli, or rice, or get fat again. And it means that whilst you're trying to get lean, you can still somewhat be sociable and be realistic and actually stick to it. Because most people stick to a diet a few days before they crumble. If you want to get lean for summer, you need to stick to this, 7 days a week, certified free, lots of weeks, right? 16 weeks plus with pretty much as minimal fails as possible. So the best way to make that happen is be flexible with the food, but still keep it basic and simple. I like to use the old cliche of 80-20. 80% is clean quality foods, chicken, broccoli, Greek yogurts, eggs on toast, bruv. And then the other 20% might be some matcha covered almonds. Lovely job. Or maybe, I might have a Nando's or something. But it's easy to stick to when there's a little bit more enjoyment in that and it's already pre-planned. So planning your meals ahead of time and logging them is the absolute foundation. If you skip this step and you do all the workouts in the world, doesn't matter. You can drink as much BCAAs as you want. If those numbers aren't correct and you're actually hitting them consistently, nothing's going to change. That's number 1. Yeah, it's boring, but it will guarantee it. Number 2, very, very obvious. We need to increase your energy output. So a lot of people think, all right, I need to get shredded. I'll just do loads of fasted cardio and the scales come down because you're basically sweating all your weight away. And then you start to lose muscle, you run out of energy, you feel like crap, you don't sleep properly, and then you fall off and binge, right? So it's not sustainable. It might last a week or 2 2 weeks. That's why people keep stopping and starting their program. If you're going to make it throughout the 16 weeks to get ready for summer, you need to lock in. It needs to be sustainable. So what I always recommend is aim to get stronger. This can be free weights like bench, squat, deadlifts. It can be machine variations. If you're a little bit new or you've got to work around in injuries, you can do chest press machine, lat pull downs, leg press, leg extensions. Or if you're incredibly new, you can do body weight movements, you can do resistance bands. Some form of advancing your strength is going to help you burn calories, but to continue to burn calories as your body repairs and recovers from those workouts. And our body is a reflection of adaptation. So if you're getting stronger and you're hitting your protein and your calories, why would your body not get leaner, look more muscular, look more presentable to the beach, right? So we need to be getting stronger, not just doing cardio alone. If you just do cardio alone, you'll lose a bit of fat and then you'll start to lose a little bit of muscle and go catabolic, and then you'll look like a skinnier version of skinny fat and you probably still won't be very lean. You need to gain lean mass to really look lean. So we need to be getting stronger in the gym. Like I said, you want to keep this very, very simple. There's nothing wrong with doing a pull push legs, an upper body, lower body, a bro split of chest Monday, back Tuesday, whatever. As long as it's the same workout routine, you log your reps, you log your weight, and you slowly improve your form. That way your muscles are getting overloaded and your body's advancing. And because you're tracking it and keeping it simple, if something stops, it's very easy to make an adjustment. What you don't want to do is jump from program to program, left, right, in the middle, all over the place, because then it's not definitive. There's no structure, there's no overload, and you're just going to look the same. So get stronger and increase your energy output. So this could also be step targets or cardio just on your rest days. And then the third and the most boring step of all, this ties in the diet and the training, you've got to learn to say no. Yeah, I know, it's not fun, is it? If someone goes, hey bro, do you want to come and get 10 kebabs and 6 pints and I don't know, drink a bottle of hot sauce, and you're thinking that sounds like don't tempt me with a good time. You got to say, nah, sorry, mate. Because you have to make short-term sacrifices for the long-term gains. You can't live like the 99% and expect to have a 1% body. You have to make those little short-term sacrifices. And I know it's difficult, but the reason people are overweight in the first place is they just eat and do what they want all the time. And that slowly accumulates with stored energy. If I said yes to everything that I got invited to, I'd probably be an alcoholic, right? Every day, I'll probably get one today, and I'll put it in the comments if I get a text they say, hey, do you want to go for a pint? And it's nice, yeah, you got to be sociable, and you can still be flexible. What I do with clients that are very sociable is we lock in Monday to Friday and give them one slightly higher calorie on the Saturday or Sunday. So they can still kind of let their hair down, go out, have a little bit more calories, but still ultimately hit targets for the week. So you can be flexible. But if you want to be ready and lean for summer, you can't really afford to be flapping about, right? Is that even a word? Flapping? Flapping. Don't flap. So you got to learn to say no. And the thing is, once you start doing that, it's quite empowering. Instead of looking at the downside now of, oh, I don't get to get drunk on this Monday night. Oh, I wanted a pizza. Think, well, bloody hell, I'm going to look sexy and shredded in summer, and I can have pizza and beer then with abs. That's even better, because it is. So learn how to say no to the BS. Get your calories correct and pay attention to them and plan those meals ahead. Avoid the decision fatigue and overwhelm. If you're busy, you ain't got time to start cooking and thinking about what meal to have next. Set it in stone. I'm going to make another video on this as well, so hit subscribe, why not? Hey, I'm getting good at YouTube now. I just found a way to tell you to subscribe. But I'm going to make a video about what I eat to get fix skinny fat and get lean, right? So soon come. And then focus on getting stronger, and then add any cardio that you want around that as a supplement to burn more calories. That's it in a nutshell, right? I'm running out of space on this camera. Please subscribe, please like the video. God, I really am a YouTuber now. And then comment Apple for the algorithm and watch this video, whatever it may be, because it's probably something similar to this one that might help you get sexy for summer. That's a good title, actually, sexy for summer. Anyway, ciao. Ah, yes, I forgot to plug my coaching at the end, so I'll put it right at the end. If you want my help one-to-one, just like these chaps and chapettes, that is really cringy millennial stuff right there. Crikey. Yeah, if you want results like these guys, they had my help and accountability and structure to go through it, and because it's that time of year where people generally need that to avoid the distractions, there's a cool link in the bio or description, whatever it's called, down there, and you can book a call with me if you want my help one-to-one, and if you're a good fit, we can work together. If not, or I might not even have spaces, then sorry to waste your time for this last 10 seconds of the video.